Hey, kindergarten! Here we are back with our lesson on five senses. Remember, yesterday we looked at our little chart that says we use our five senses to learn about things around us. Things around us are things in the house, things are outside in the world, things that are in town, things that are we see driving up the interstate, or things that we see going through, like I said, going through town, or we see in the sky. And our senses are, remember, sight, touch, hearing, taste, and smell. And we use our body parts for our five senses. Our body parts that we use are our nose, our tongue, we use our ears, we use our fingers and sometimes our feet, and we use our eyes. And yesterday we talked about, remember, we talked about touch, how we use our hands to feel textures and feel the temperature, whether it's hot, cold, warm, or if something's smooth or hard or rough or squishy. Just name one of the things that we can touch. What's something we can touch? We can touch a ball. We can touch a rock. We can feel if the water's too hot, or if we step in the lake and we tell on our feet if it's too cold. And the other one we talked about was sight. What do we use? We use our eyes for sight. And when we see, we can see color, like blue and orange. We can see shapes, the squares and circles and cubes and triangles. And we can see the things that are big and things that are small, like the size. And let's see, some of the things we can see is we can see the clouds. We can see the beautiful flowers, the different shapes of the flowers, the different colors. We can see the beautiful rainbows, and we can see different sizes of trees. We can see little trees, big trees. We can see big cars. We can see little cars. We can see big trucks. We can see little trucks. We can see heavy trucks. We can see lighter vehicles. All right, so those are some of the things. Today we're going to talk about things that we hear, our senses that we have. We've talked about our sight and we talked about our touch. Today we're going to talk about hear, the number 3, hear. And what do we use for hearing? What body part do we use for hearing? You're right, we use our ears. What do you think we would use our ears for? We use our ears to hear loud noises, like music that's really, really loud. Sometimes we have to turn the TV up really loud so we can hear. Or I know here at my house, sometimes I'll be sitting in the house and I'll hear a car going by and their music are going really, really loud, and it's thump, 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 thump. Or we can hear soft noises, like just music playing softly. Kind of like Miss Rice does in her room. Sometimes when we're working, I play the music really softly so that we can just kind of concentrate and do our work and still listen to the music. So what are some of the noises we can hear outside? Let's think about outside. We can hear birds. We can hear birds chirping. We can hear the bugs. At night, you can hear the frogs. They're making their noises. Like I said earlier, we can hear loud cars. We can hear the airplanes flying by. We can hear kids outside playing at the park. Sometimes it's loud. Sometimes we can barely hear it. If it's far away, we can barely hear. So our ears are very important to us, just like all the other senses. Our eyes are very important so that we can see, because if we were blind people cannot see. They cannot see what's going on around them, so they have to use their other senses to help them learn about the world. But we are lucky that we can see everything around us and we can see how beautiful the world is. And we use our hands. We have to use our hands to be able to touch things, to feel things, to know how they feel. And then we use our ears to hear. If we're out walking, like I said, we can hear the birds, we can hear the bugs, we can hear frogs, we can hear dogs bark, or if we're by a park, we can hear the kids playing, or if we're driving down the road, we can hear cars passing us. And sometimes we turn our music down really low and we hear it softly. Sometimes we turn it way up and we hear it really loud. So those are 3 of our senses: sight, hearing, and touch. So if we've got 5 senses and we've learned about 3, how many more senses do we get to learn about? That's right, 2. 1, 2. So the rest of the week we'll be talking about the other 2, the last 2 senses, and we'll learn how important they are as well. All right, boys and girls, have a wonderful day. Go outside and see what you can hear. See what you can see. See if you can see some beautiful flowers. See if you can see birds and hear those birds flying by. Just go outside and sit and feel the grass. It might be kind of cold because it's been cool this morning and last night it was cool. But see if you can feel the flowers. Are they soft? Are they rough? Feel the tree bark. Is it rough or is it soft? All right, boys and girls, have a wonderful day. I'll see you back here tomorrow.